What's up, everybody? So, a few weekends ago, I participated in the Mini Jam 55 Game Jam, and the theme was stealth. I enjoyed the heck out of it, so I wanted to share the development of a legal shipping company. In a legal shipping company, you are basically the UPS driver for the mob. You pick up unknown contraband at one location and deliver it to the drop-off, and try not to be caught by the police. This was fun as frick, but I just about smashed my keyboard a couple of times. I ended up almost missing the deadline too, if that tells you anything. So, let's get started. I started off the day before the jam looking at the prompt, stealth, and I came up with a couple ideas for fun. But when the jam started and the limitation of no violence was announced, I realized that none of those ideas would work. At first I had a bunch of lighting issues, which I eventually fixed by turning off the volumetric fog, and then I tried to get the car moving. And for some reason, it just decided to frickety-frack off the screen every time the game started. I fixed it by decreasing the speed modifier inside of the script. It was not dividing the speed enough, so the car was moving about 1,000 miles per hour off the screen on start. And then I realized another problem. The way the car is moved is by applying force to an invisible sphere set inside the car, and since the body of the car was just being moved forward to catch up to the sphere, then there would not be any collisions, except with the sphere, which resulted in the car half sticking into objects. So I tried a couple of different things, which all failed, and after I was getting pretty irritated with that, I got a phone call from my dad. My father needed me to go to the next town over to pick up a part, which was an hour away. So I grabbed my friend so I wasn't bored as shit, and we drove over there. So that was 3 hours down the tube. But it did allow me to clear my head and think about the problem. Plus I got some sushi. So I went back to messing with the collision issue and eventually figured out that if I created a box collider as a component of a child of the invisible sphere, and then I set the rotation and position of that object to be the same as the truck game object, then my issue would be fixed. Huzzah! After I got the collisions working, I made some delivery stops which dropped a package into the back of the truck, or at least tried to. So I stared at one line of code for a while, and I got the package sticking in the back of the truck. Yay! The next thing that I did was make a police car. The police car would follow you as long as you were in its headlights, and if you were out of the headlights for some time, then it would go back to patrolling, kind of like GTA. Also, if you got hit by the police car, then the scene would reload. At this point, I was pretty tired and worn out, but I had a pretty basic level set up, and everything was working nicely. I woke up early the next morning, grabbed my coffee, and got to work. I started off by working in Blender, and everybody loves Blender, so I made some models including a couple of buildings, a pickup spot which doubled as a drop-off spot, a truck, and some roads. The rest of the models I got from a police car pack, from the asset store, and a low-poly trees pack. With most of the code done, I started work on some level design. I didn't have time to do a bunch of different levels like I would have liked, but by the end of the third day, I had 5 levels, or maybe it was 6, I don't really remember. Go play the game and you can tell me. By the time I turned it in, a bunch of polishing had been accomplished, and I was feeling pretty good about the game. I mentioned earlier that I almost missed the deadline, and in fact, I totally did, kind of. My internet is shit, so I realized that in the 10 minutes before the deadline, I was not going to be able to upload the game. But in the rules, updates to the game are allowed, so I uploaded a small file named Illegal Shipping Company and submitted it 10 minutes before the deadline. Then I uploaded the actual game, which took about 20 minutes, and everything was good. I got some positive feedback on the game, which was really nice, and I learned a ton while doing this. I definitely plan on participating in more game jams in the future. If you want to play Illegal Shipping Company, I will leave a link in the description. If you liked the video, please smash the like button, or don't, whatever. But the people who do are totally awesome. If you like what I do, hit the subscribe button for more videos. Take care, and have a great day.